Alright, so there's a conversation that got started by Tim Bradley that Shakur Stevenson don't need Gervonta Tank Davis. That if he beats Team Alifu and gets a big money fight with Ryan Garcia, that's gonna propel him and make him a huge name. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. Shakur fans are starting this new opinion up that Shakur don't need Tank. Not only does Shakur need Tank, everybody from 130 to 140 needs Tank, or they're irrelevant in the grand scheme of the sports world. Straight up. It's funny how Shakur Stevenson, and we'll focus on Shakur for this because that's the topic of Tim Bradley's video. He needs Tank, bro. And Tank needs him. Straight up. They need each other for different reasons. For different reasons. Tank Davis has already mastered the art of becoming a superstar. And he is widely respected in terms of skill set and in terms of what people believe him to be as a fighter. However, he has his reputation has taken a hit with this Jake Paul fight. He needs a Shakur Stevenson to legitimize who people say he is as a fighter, bro. The only people that don't believe that are people that live in some la-la land where Tank Davis is above the sport of boxing or some shit. He's not, bro. He's not above the sport. If he retires, like, let's just keep it 100. If he retires having never fought Shakur Stevenson, having never fought Team Alifu, and let's say he rides off into the sunset with his huge payday from Jake Paul, and that's the end of his career, no one's talking about what he did to Pedraza. No one's talking about what he did to Leo Santa Cruz. They may come up in conversations, but his career will be remembered for fighting fucking Jake Paul. And some people may bring up Ryan Garcia as well. Straight up. He'll be a legend in Baltimore, Maryland, no matter what. But to be a legend in boxing, to be a legend in America, to be a legend in the sports world, period, he got a lot more to do. And he needs Shakur Stevenson for that. Let's just keep it real. I'm starting off the video that way because I know how y'all get. And it's the same thing I said about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. If you want to give me the weak, surface level argument of that Shakur and Tank don't need each other because they making millions without each other. It's the same shit that Bud and Errol Spence people used to say. I used to be like, bro, y'all out of y'all mind. They need each other, bro. Because people are going to always wonder what if, and niggas going to get asked questions their entire career. It's the other thing that Tank needs Shakur for, bro. People are going to be asking him about Shakur Stevenson until he just fades off and is never in the public eye. Straight up, he's going to have them questions in the barbershop, questions around the hood, questions when he go back to the city. Man, we feel like you could have beat Shakur. Man, you going to go back and fight Shakur? You going to go back and fight Devin? You going to go back and fight Tio? So unless he does that, he's going to always have them questions from fans, and he's going to always have them questions in his head. For Shakur Stevenson, it's even more dire because he needs Tank Davis for all of those reasons too, right? You didn't attach yourself to him too much. Now all of a sudden you don't need him? Yes, you do, bro. Your entire career, people know you most for somebody that they want to see Tank fight. Not for what you did at 126 or what you did at 130 or what you've done at 135 thus far. That is why every time that Shakur Stevenson is brought up, it's in conjunction with Tank Davis. You can't name one time, bye baby, have a good day at work. You can't name one time leading up to a Shakur fight that there wasn't more traction on him versus Tank potentially than his actual opponent. When he was about to fight William Zepeda, the conversation with Tank overtook his conversation with Zepeda. When he was about to fight Arden, when he was about to fight Edwin, when he was about to fight, all the fights he's had at 135, it's always been, okay, yeah, that's cool. He got this fight coming up, but let's ask him about Tank. Let's talk about Tank. We want to see him fight Tank. Even his greatest supporters, Tim Bradley, Andre Ward, when they trying to promote his upcoming fight, it's always about Tank. So he has the same thing where it's like, bro, you don't attach yourself to him too much now. Now y'all can't act like he don't need the man, bro. Now you can't act like he don't need him because without him, it's going to always be them questions. And then to further solidify that, bro, he has something that Tank don't have. See, he needs Tank for the biggest fight of his fucking career. Tank don't need him for that. Tank's biggest fight of his career is going to be this Jake Paul fight in terms of revenue, in terms of money. Nothing's going to outdo this. This Jake Paul fight is about to blow the Ryan Garcia fight out the water, and he won't have another fight as lucrative as the Ryan Garcia fight. He won't ever sell 1.2 million pay-per-view buys again if he ever goes back on pay-per-view. Because if this Jake Paul shit hit, the streaming service is going to be banging down the door trying to get them to stream their shit because they know they're going to get a bunch of millions of views on the streaming app or whatever, which is like gold to them. That's how they get their marketing. That's how they get the sponsors to come pay for them ads and shit. So he may never go on pay-per-view again. But if he do, he ain't doing 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. And when he do fight on the streaming service, it ain't going to be nothing that's going to do more than what he about to do with Jake Paul. So he's already having his biggest fights. And then when you look at Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, shit, Tank Davis versus T.O., big as shit. Tank versus Devin, big as shit. Tank versus Keyshawn, big as hell. He fight Richardson Hitchens, that's going to be about the level of a Lamont Roach. He fight Lamont Roach, big. He fight Pitbull in a rematch if Pitbull beats Lamont Roach, big. He got a bunch of big opportunities. Shakur Stevenson got a bunch of fights where this might be a good fight, but you don't even know if that shit going to be a main event. Think about it. If him and T.O. gonna fight early year next year, the only card that's being rumored right now is the David Benavidez card for Riyadh season. So if him and T.O. gonna fight on a Riyadh season card, it's gonna be a David Benavidez card. And where he gonna fight? In Saudi Arabia? How that's huge? What's that gonna do for him, bro? What type of money he gonna make on that shit? It ain't gonna be near the money he make with Tank Davis, bro. He needs Tank for all the legacy reasons that I mentioned as to why they both need each other, but he also needs him to have the biggest fight of his career, as it does everybody around that weight class, bro. People are trying to live in this la-la land, live in this twilight zone where the meal ticket ain't the meal ticket. There was once a time where Terrence Crawford compared to Errol Spence. Yeah, bro, you super duper B-side. Terrence Crawford compared to Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, bro, Canelo's the meal ticket, you the B-side. But let's just keep it 100. Terrence Crawford compared to Erislandy Lara, Terrence Crawford is the meal ticket. Terrence Crawford compared to Carlos Adames, he the meal ticket, bro. Terrence Crawford compared to Janabek Alam Kanuli, nigga, Terrence Crawford is the meal ticket. Then you start bringing up 154-pounders from Jerome Boutennis to Virgil Ortiz to Sebastian Fundora to all them dudes from 154 to 160. Like, bro, he the meal ticket. He your path to the biggest bag, bro. And your biggest legacy fight, because he's the best fighter of this generation outside of Alexander Usyk, bro. So he's everything. Just like he's everything, Tank is everything for 135, bro, and 140. Niggas just want to, like, I don't know why people got to hate and can't tell the truth. I don't even like Bud. But I'm going to give you an honest analysis. And Shakur needs Tank for his biggest fight in terms of money, in terms of legacy, and in terms of superstardom, bro. Anybody else he fight, you can't guarantee that it's going to sell pay-per-views. If it's free, you can't guarantee that it's going to draw in a bunch of millions of free viewership, and you can't guarantee it's going to break live gate records. Much less guarantee it's going to be a main event and guarantee that it's going to grow his fan base. The only fight that does everything for him, bro, is Tank. The biggest legacy fight of his career. The biggest money fight. The only fight that's guaranteed to do streams if it's free. The only fight that's guaranteed to motherfucking do a crazy live gate when they do fight. The only fight that's guaranteed to sell a bunch of pay-per-views if they put that shit on pay-per-view. That's the only fight for him that's like that. And what I just said for Shakur Stevenson is true for every fucking Tank Davis opponent that you may want to see him fight. From Pitbull Cruz to Lamont Roach to Keyshawn Davis to Devin Haney. He is the only guaranteed meal ticket for all of them. And Tim Bradley know that shit. I don't know what he's talking about. To imagine calling a big money fight for Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, after Ryan Garcia already got knocked out by Tank Davis, market value dropped. Cheated Devin Haney, had to sit out a year, market value dropped. Fought in the middle of the street and lost to Rolly Romero, market value dropped. Who putting a shit ton of money behind Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia fell off so much that Turkey Al-Sheikh didn't even want to make the Devin Haney-Ryan Garcia rematch. They canceled the fight because he fell off so much. Turkey said, I'm not paying for this shit. Get out my face, bro. Cats don't be knowing what they be talking about. I swear to God, bro. It's okay to still push for this fight. It's okay to still tell the truth, bro. Shakur, if he moves, if he don't need Tank, tell me who else can give him what Tank can give him. He know it, Tank know it, all y'all watching this video know it, bro. They need each other for different reasons. Some of them the same. Basically, to put it down to a nutshell, they both need each other for legacy reasons. Barbershop talk. City talk. Diehard boxing fan talk. They need each other for legacy reasons. To solidify themselves. You can say, well, Shakur already solidified, Tank already solidified. I'm talking about that solidification, if that's even a word, that Ray Leonard got for what he did to Hagler, for what he did to Hearns. I'm talking about the solidification that Mayweather got for what he did to Pacquiao. I'm talking about the solidification. I don't even know if this word, it just sounds good to the motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all let me know if it's a word, bro. The solidification of what Bud Crawford got with Earl and Canelo. To get solidified like that, they need each other from a legacy perspective. And on top of that, Shakur need Tank for all the business reasons of boxing. Tank don't need him for that. The business Tank got sold up. He lapping niggas. Standing right next to you, but I lapped you. Like, standing right next to you, but I done already did a lap and lapped you. He already got him on that. The numbers speak for themselves. But Shakur needs him for business too. You're not main eventing for sure. Working with Turkey like that, bro, and going to Riyadh season, you're not main eventing for sure. We don't even know if you're going to fight in your own country or not. We don't even know if you can sell pay-per-view. We know you ain't selling no pay-per-views, bro. We know you're not finna get 10 to 15 million people to watch you in a fight on free TV, whether or not, you know what I mean, whoever you fighting. Nigga was on free TV with Oscar Valdez, 1 million something people watch. Free TV, all them times on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Could never crack more than what, 1 point some million or whatever? Bro, y'all tripping. He need that man. He need that man. He need Tank in more ways than Tank need him, but they do need each other. That's what a real one would tell you. That's what somebody being objective would tell you. Because you got two things in boxing, legacy and business. They both need each other for legacy. Shakur need Tank for legacy and business. It don't matter, bro. It's always going to be what's next for these two guys. Tank could win the Lamont Roach rematch if they fight again. He could win the Pitbull rematch if Pitbull is the one to beat Lamont Roach. And you know what the very next question is? Oh, that's great, bro. We going to fight Shakur? Shakur could beat Team Alifu. Oh, that's great, bro. You going to fight? Tank is the one we want. Tank could then go on and beat Keyshawn Davis. Say, bro, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? You beat Keyshawn. That's little bro, though. When you going to get the big bro? It's going to always be there, y'all. It's going to always be there until they handle that shit. And for both of them, guess what? Guess what? You see what's going on with Earl and Bud? It's going to go one way for one of y'all. Like, people don't ask Earl about Bud no more because Earl got his ass whooped. People don't ask Bud about Earl no more because Bud whooped his ass. Straight up. Somebody gonna have the bragging rights. Until then, that coulda, woulda, shoulda shit, it's gonna be lingering over both of them. That lack of having that huge major legacy, it's gonna linger over both of them, bro. Straight up. And until people understand that, bro, then don't even speak on it. Cause Tim Bradley all the way out of pocket, bro. Team Alifu lost to the Cambosos, bro. Team Alifu was on the undercard in the middle of the street. He was fighting claquette, baguette bread and shit, bro. Team Alifu ain't no name like that. He from New York City, ain't never fought in a major arena in New York City, bro. He fighting in 5,000, 6,000 seat arenas and shit. That's the one gonna take Shakur over the top. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, Tim Bradley. You bullshitting, bro. People be trying to spin these narratives and shit, man, while the sport just continues to suffer because people won't tell the fucking truth, man. That's all right. The real is back, baby. Yeah, we feeling good enough. I know the voice, we still congested, but the real is back. I'll be live today. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.